Hey all, welcome to plant therapy. I'm doing a little bit of repotting. Just putting these rocks in the bottom here just to keep some of the soil from coming through. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, wait a minute, I'm making a mess. I have a couple of these little Hoyas. This is Hoya croniana. I think this one might be the super splash. I'm not sure. One is silver splash. They might be both. This is the same thing, but as you can see, this one has more silver. Some splash. This one's really full of splash. So this might be the croniana silver splash, and maybe this was a super silver or something like that. But anyway, whatever. They're growing like crazy. So I just wanted them in a better pot. This tips over very easily. Eventually, I think I'm just going to clip some of those long vines and put it back in the original pot to make it fuller. But they're growing really nicely and fast. So I just thought I'd record and chit chat with you a little bit. I've been really busy with all these little repots. Some things I've downsized. It's not, where did that been? I mean, it's not root bound or anything. I just want to get it in a more stable pot. Hopefully it's not too big for this plant, but I don't have anything smaller, I don't think. At least not the clear ones. I could put it back. No, I'm not going to put it back in there. Okay, where is my little shovel? There we go. I do have a nice update to share with you guys. Remember my poor alocasia Bachiana that died. I tried to save it, but it was too late. Well, yesterday I stopped in the Dutch plant farm, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to record. I had my mother waiting for me in the car, and I was just picking up a baby spider plant for a coworker, and they had new stuff. I tell you what, I don't know where they're getting their stuff from, but everything's coming in looking good. And I found, I don't know where, okay. Did I just do? Did I pluck off a baby leaf maybe? Can you see right there? You see the little sap? I don't know if you can make that out. But anyway, there's sap on my finger now. I don't know what I did. I must have plucked a leaf off. Anyway, back to that alocasia. I was just roaming around trying to quickly take in what they had and rushing through, obviously, because I didn't want to leave my mom waiting in the car for too long. And lo and behold, I saw they had that alocasia. And this one was not soaking wet. The other night I was at Home Depot. I don't know if I shared that on video or not, but yeah, I did. I took footage of, they had two of them there. And just like the one I purchased, soaking wet. So I left them right there. And they look beautiful. The leaves look good, but that's how mine was until I got it home. And as time went on, it went downhill really fast. So I left them there. And was hoping I'd find it somewhere else. And these look like they were shipped recently too. So it's not as big as the original plant that I had, but that's okay because I know it'll get there. So I picked one up. Now I have it sitting by itself for a little while. I got to clean it up, make sure I spray it down with neem oil and all, and just thoroughly check it. I checked it pretty well yesterday, but I was busy yesterday, so I didn't have time to get to it. And today, you see what I'm doing. Okay. There we go. I'm just trying to bury this a little bit so she doesn't keep toppling right over or out of the pot. So I've had these two since October. And they're really easy. You just feel their little leaves. And when they start softening up, the older leaves, not the new leaves. The new leaves are still hardening off and it feels soft for a while. So you can go by that. Uh-oh, my lights are going, but you can still see. I think the ring light, it's bright enough. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully this will do well. After a while, I'll clip and put it back in. But isn't that pretty? Look how silver that is. I love that. A little bit of splash there, but I love this. Can't wait to see them get bigger. Maybe they'll flower for me one day. So let me hold off for a minute here. Okay. Now this here is my Hoya Rosita. If you can see that pretty well. Well, there's two plants in here. This one's doing well. Look at the new leaves. Got these 4 leaves here, I believe, while in my care. But this here has looked dehydrated, discolored, just chlorotic kind of. It just doesn't look healthy. I'm sorry. Let's drop that. Can you see that? So I want to separate it. I'm not going to toss this out because somehow it's still alive, but I guess I want to just see what the roots look like. I'm going to put this one separate in its own little pot, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Figure it out as we go along, as I'm losing light here, but I think it's enough light for you guys to see. I will brighten it up in a few. Here we go. Okay. This one does have a little screen. So I have an old screen material, and I like to use them. Cut it up and put it at the bottom of these pots so I don't lose too much soil. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. Truthfully, this probably was too big a pot for it, but being terracotta, I thought it'd be okay. Okay, that separated really easy. See? So now I'm going to try to take a look at these roots. Maybe the roots are suffering. Maybe I can still take cuttings and root it up in fluval and see what happens. But this one is hanging in there. The color looks good. I'm not going to mess with the roots too much, but don't think there's anything wrong with this soil, so I'm going to just use that. Plenty of orchid bark and perlite. I think it was a chunky perlite too, which I like better. And we're going to try to get her all nested in here, centered. And then I'll mess around with the other piece and see what the deal is. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with this soil here. I'll probably just add some fertilizer, slow release, and let this baby be. The leaves don't feel like they need any water yet. Okay, so let's let her be. This is Hoya Rosita. Now, when I got the Rosita, I saw someone else had it, and boy, was it pretty. It was sun stressed. So I hope to be able to get her to sun stress a little bit. But happy to see these leaves are doing okay. Now, let me brighten this up a little bit. Or no, I got an idea. Be right back. Let's see, that should come on in a second. I have these bulbs that are, you can set them on it. Oh, it didn't take, hold on. They're timer. They're on timers. However, oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Whew, that blinded me. Anyway, they're on timers, and I have them on for like about 10, 12 hours. But I need to see what's happening with these little roots. You know, really don't know what to think. You know, Hoyas have such fine little roots. You guys can appreciate that. And it has a little root ball there, but I don't know. It's been looking like this since I got it. Just this one plant. So, I mean, it's still alive. The leaves don't look great though. Look at that. And I've watered it, but it doesn't seem to perk up after watering. And of course, the other one was doing fine, so I didn't want to keep them in the same pot. I really don't know what to think. I think I'm gonna chop this up. I just wish it was more hydrated. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just gonna chop these up and put them in Fluval and see what I get. You know, keep them in a nice little humid situation and see, because for some reason there's plenty of roots here, but the plant just doesn't look right. So rather than lose this whole vine here, let me try to save it. I don't know if you noticed by now, but I love experimenting with plants. I've had some fails, but every now and then you learn something and it works in your favor. So the only way to learn, trial and error. At these 3. Um, Just wish they were better hydrated. Maybe I could soak this one a little bit and see what happens to it. I don't see any black roots or anything. So why is it dehydrated? Question. Anyway, I don't want to bore you to death, so I'll be putting that in Fluval. And got one more here that I wanted to change into these cute little plastic pots. I really like them. Definitely recommend these. I have to order some more because I'm going through them, especially the small size. Sorry, I'm going to block your view. This is my Comengiana that I chopped back. She's cute. And she just grows straight up. So I think I'm going to chop back and propagate, stick it in there. So I have several growing out of the pot. One of these is so cute. It looks like a heart-shaped carry-eye kind of action going on there. Can you see that? A cute little leaf. So after I chopped it back, I started getting growth down here. It was just two long strands, and then there's some new growth coming right there. I don't know if you can see all of that on camera. See those two little stems that seem to be coming out. So she had something like on her leaves. I'm gonna clean her up. I'm not gonna disturb her little root ball too much. I just want to get her in my own soil. This came from Gabriella Plants. Oh, look, it's rooted well, though. Look. It's rooted in there. It's not bad. I guess it's a little bit more perlite. So I'm not going to mess with that too much. I'm just going to stick it in a pot here. Some my soil. And my mix is potting mix with charcoal, orchid bark, perlite, cinnamon. I may have put some of that mosquito stuff, the mosquito bits in there too. I don't remember. Just kind of mix my soil up the way I cook. Just in the kitchen, throwing things together. What I have on hand, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so this one, I need a pencil or something. I have bamboo sticks around here. I'll definitely, I'm going to prop this one up a little bit better. Kind of falling over. This one's got a thick stem. I imagine that's probably the original. I don't know. Two plants in here. And guess what? It's off center. I'll just leave it alone because, like I said, I think I'm just gonna. Oh, where are those two little? Oops. Hope I didn't bury it. I see one. Where's the other one? Uh-oh. Okay. I seem to be a little destructive tonight, hurting these little leaves and whatnot. So let me just let this be. I'm not even going to stick the bamboo stick in there, okay? Because there were two growth points, and I can't find the other one. So anyway, that's it. Comengiana is repotted. My two Corniana splash plants If you know why one is more splash, maybe that's the super splash. I don't remember. I'll have to go on Etsy and see what the actual name. I got this one first, I believe, and then I wanted another one because actually I was going to put them together, but they're a little different. So I'm just keeping them separate. See how they do in comparison to one another. And my Rosita, Hoya Rosita. Look at that. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope I didn't bore you to death. I'm going to go put those guys in some fluval and say a little prayer over them. Hopefully they'll come back for me. Maybe I'll have another plant. But yeah, I just want to see healthy leaves. Did the same thing with the Obscura, and that I'm just kind of holding my breath with that one because the leaves look a little weird and discolored. So we'll see. Okay. Have a great night, guys. Happy planting. Bye.